Christmas, the roadmap to Jesus, light of the world. The three wise men saw his star in the east and decided to come and worship him, just like we read in Matthew chapter 2 verse 2. The Magi had heard about the star and that the child born to be the king will reign over the world with love. The wise men were looking for a roadmap that would lead them to the newborn child. As far as they were concerned, it was neither a fairy tale nor a fantasy. They believed in the power of the star and the fact that it will illuminate the world. Their willingness to search and find this very unique roadmap turned out to be a journey that gave a meaning to their lives. They were determined to find the roadmap that led to Jesus, the light of the world. Their journey was replete with obstacles. They were instructed by King Herod to go and make a careful search for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me, so that I too may go and worship him. Matthew chapter 2 verse 8. The truth, however, was that Herod was deeply troubled, as we read in Matthew chapter 2 verse 3. Herod's fear and deceptiveness did not hinder the wise men from their endeavor, for the star that they had seen in the east went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was, as we read in verse 9. They were thrilled to find that which they had been searching for. There was an element of frustration, though, in what they saw. Was it possible to find a king alone with his parents in a manger? The Magi, however, were not concerned about appearances. They were confident of what they were looking for and who the child was. They were fully aware that their search was one for the light that the child was going to offer them and all humanity. Thus, the wise men bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold and incense and of myrrh, just like we read in Matthew chapter 2 verse 11. The wise men embraced the light, something they had desperately been searching for. This was not the end of their search, though. They showed their commitment to the light by going back to their country by another route, just like we read in Matthew chapter 2 verse 12. They wanted to live their lives in their homeland based on the new roadmap in whose search they had exposed themselves to countless dangers. The year 2009 was a challenging one for Armenians both in the homeland and the diaspora. The Turkish-Armenian negotiations, the signing of the protocol, and the search for a roadmap angered and worried many Armenians. The need for a roadmap is imperative. However, the question is, what sort of a roadmap? The wise man's determination is exemplary. The experiences they went through and the way they remained committed to the cause are very unique. They believed in what they were aspiring for. They remained firm in their perseverance in spite of the many hurdles they faced along the way. At the end, they found the light they were looking for and were determined not only to keep it, but also to live by it. The spirit and the mindset of the wise man are what may well determine the ingredients of our own roadmap, one that aims for the light and that will enable us and our nation to preserve our Christian and national heritage and strengthen our struggle for a just cause, irrespective of appearances. The roadmap will create the pan-Armenian mindset that can face and confront all fears and threats, and one that will reorganize the diaspora and rebuild the homeland. Christmas was, and still is, the roadmap to Jesus, the light of the world. The three wise men followed the roadmap outlined by the star, the same star that went ahead of them and that took them to the light. The wise man's experience can be yours too today. It is up to you if you want to take the same experience on board or not. Christos tsnavi vaytnetsav, poloris mets avelis.